I don't know if you can see it. Look, you can see it there, can't you? Not guilty. I haven't even come out the yard yet. Okay, can you see it? Yeah. This thing here, this light scratch. Quite a big, wide. Well, I thought it was a wheel, but it's not. It's something like that, you know. Something. Anyway, not guilty, and I'm still in the yard. So I'm going to show you this. I'm going to show you this now. This is only one way in on this place, but you have to ignore the 7.5 ton limit. You can't come in the other way. So it's crazy. So now you see why trucks go up 7.5 ton limits, because they don't always apply. Now look, 7.5 ton limit. With an Arctic, really you shouldn't go up here, but it's the only way in. It's the only way in. 7.5 ton limit, look. Mad. Even the sat-nav doesn't bring you down here. The truck sat-nav, the TomTom truck sat-nav doesn't bring you down here. But this is the way you have to come into this Rouncil Road. It's just crazy. So you know, they're not low things. How the hell has something gone up there and done that? Can you see it? Look at that. Where the hell did that come from? That's quite a height up, isn't it? And it's quite a height up. It's quite a big thing hit it, isn't it? Wow. That's what the hell has hit that? It was pretty major, whatever's hit that as. And it's a long way up. It must be 6, 7, 8, or it must be, my head is here. So this is 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot. It could be even, it's got to be 9 foot tall, hasn't it? Wow. And whatever it was pretty major. Major of a thing. Where were we? Yeah, look at that. Wow, lucky it didn't go through. Lucky it didn't go through. So the concrete worked, sort of worked, and sort of didn't work. If you get what I mean. Yeah, it's created a solid beginning now, hasn't it? It's created a solid base, so we can build on top of that. These are really good, and we've got a good fixing where we wanted a good fixing, front and rear. We can even, if we wanted to, the plastic did its job, it stopped it oozing. But I mean, it doesn't matter if we have to cut all this plastic out and then sort of plaster it again. But I mean, it's going to have wood around it. You won't really see it. We basically just want that now to continue up to the top here to just fill this gap. So looks wise, as long as this top looks sort of level with that, we've achieved our goal, haven't we? So and that's solid now, isn't it? And we've got a good connection to go on to the next step. So I don't know whether I'm going to come up to this level, or shall I bite the bullet? Shall I do the next step to here, or shall I do the next step to the very top? I haven't really decided, but the bottom is secure, so that'll hold it. But of course you're going to have to be feeding it behind, aren't you? It's going to be very difficult to do that much through a little hole in the back here. So we'll take it apart tomorrow and we'll have a look. Yeah, so tomorrow's job is either bring it to the top here or send it to the top. I think let's put this back together, fill it to here, and do it in 3 steps. Yeah, that'll achieve the same thing. So I was out in the garden. Do you remember last year they were in here, weren't they? So I thought I'd have a look, and there's sort of they've created a gap here, and I just happened to look up. There's one here. They have made a nest. They are here, and we are pretty sure. Are you squeaking yet? We're pretty sure there's something in here. if we can have a look. Have we got any chicks in there yet? We have seen them coming in and going out of there quite a lot. So I reckon there is something in there. Well, it's horrible weather outside, but do you know what they say? They say the show must go on, don't they? So this plastic sort of did its trick, but a bit too efficient. We could cut this plastic off, and we could cut all this out, the plastic, and then re-plaster it if we wanted to. We seem to have got a surface here. The main thing that's come out of this is we've got a good secure fixing for the bottom of the board for when we go up high. And here, so it's not going to kick out because of the height of it. You know, usually we do little shallow walls and it doesn't really matter. But the weight of this weight going down always tries to kick the bottom out, so we've got a really good fixing here and a good fixing here. So I've put a bit more, just a strip of plastic. I put a strip of plastic there, didn't I? So just get another strip of plastic, stuff it behind there. It's just to stop it oozing out the side there. You know, we don't want to lose it when we can't see it and kill it. So anyway, this was too efficient. This had folded in on itself. So what we've done, we've cut the bottom away, look. And we're going to put this here, just on there. It's just going to protect, make this corner so it doesn't ooze out. We haven't decided whether we're going to come all the way up yet. The board we've got is a little short. Let's see if we can get something a bit longer, taller. If we can get to here, all the better. But anyway, the show must go on, and we're going to make another mix. So that's the original board, only comes this high. No, that's the original board, only comes that high, but it's full width, isn't it? So we've got this one, which is slightly higher because we're only using scraps to do this. We ain't gonna waste the whole board. So we're gonna fix this on there, and we're gonna have this here. So this will come to the face, and that will come to the face, and this will be sticking out, and we'll be able to brace that across. So I'm not too worried now. We can get to about here, and we can decide what to do when we get here. We might go up again, but that's where the old expanding foam would go nicely in there, just to fill that. But anything will do it. Just another sheet in front of it. So that's okay. This is tall enough, but I don't really want to put a hole in it. It's good stuff, isn't it? So we'll have to find some way around that. But anyway, we're all right. We can handle. This is an offcut, and that's an offcut. So, you know, okay, it's going to be two off pieces of offcut with a hole in, but as long as they've done the job, you don't really mind, do you? So let's put a hole here, put that there. That'll be this side coming up. Put another, brace it across the bottom, so that's going to be fine. This one here, let's get there first. Yeah, let's do this one first, see how it looks. I know, we've got this to finish off. We'll be doing that later. So there's the thread that needs to come through, look. But we want this to come up a bit, so we'll raise this up. We'll take the hole lower, which is fine. But of course, this is short, isn't it? So it's from the front backwards we want to measure roughly the same size. So let's use the old hole as a guide and see where we get. So there's the hole in the old piece of wood. Yeah. But we want it to come lower, don't we? Yeah, so there's that piece. We're going to fill that in. So we're going to put these two faces match. We're going to make that hole come quite a bit down which will then make the top go up, won't it? So let's not get too close. Let's get to about there, shall we? Yeah, about there. Transfer this hole over into this piece of wood. That other piece will make up for there. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's gonna, and we've raised it up, haven't we? This was a little low, so we've raised it, because it don't matter, because it's not going to come out the bottom, because it's sitting on that now, isn't it? And it's going to be screwed in nice and tight. We've got a good fixing, so that's what we're going to do now. Transfer this hole over to that bit of wood. So that's going to be high enough for there. Fine, we're going to do this in one move today now then. And the bottom's not going to kick out, because the first thing we did was we made this secure, didn't we? Hold on. We can carry on! Steve, stop ringing me when I'm in the middle of a job, making a film, ringing me and talking to me for half an hour. It's not me talking to them, it's them talking to me. Yeah. Well, anyway, do you see? This is part of that bottom bit, so it's really close. So it's not going to leak out the bottom. We'll put a jammer in there. We'll put a bad mama jammer in there, and we'll put a bad mama jammer from here up to the top here. That's all that needs. So that face is nice and secure. I'm not sure what to do with this. We could jam that in across there, look, create a face. Shall we bring it out and make the stuff go down there, or shall we cut the plastic off? Shall we cut the plastic off and just patch it? Or shall we leave it there anyway, because there's still going to be a wooden piece here, I think. Yeah, for convenience, we'll leave this plastic here. We'll let it all dribble. We'll let it all dribble that way. Yeah, that'll cover that. We'll stop it from escaping as we come up. So let's find a nice piece for here now then. So we've got a bolt behind there holding the wood on, look. And then we've just drilled a hole at an angle. That'll just then hold the bottom of this on. So that's the bottom sorted. Let's see what we're going to do with the top. So we've got this edge to deal with. Well, because it's boarding, it's chipboard, it's pretty flexible, isn't it? Pretty bendy, so we're just going to drive this mother in there. Let's get a connection. These tech screws, watch it pull this up now. So that's going to pinch that up against there. So that's going to be all right. That's not going to come out much. We might have to stuff paper or something up there, maybe. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put another board up against there. We've done the bottom. We've screwed that's in tight. You can hear the tension in it. So this one's okay. That one's now going to be okay. We just got to block this gap here, which shouldn't be too much of an aggravation. So the fine stuff might form a step here, but it's no further out than what this is here anyway, so that ain't going to give us any aggravation, because, you know, this is the front. That's where the front's going to be in it. So yeah, I think we're ready, you know. Do you know? I think we're ready. And we can get right to the top now, so let's get making a real good mix now then. So that bag that we had over from these jobs when we were doing the shelf up there especially, wasn't too bad once we, I thought it had gone fairly solid. Anyway, it's gone in there lovely. Typically, I've got a bag I shouldn't have bought, or I needn't have bought, and it's going to be sitting around for a while. But anyway, as long as you keep it in the dry, it's for this sort of work, it's fine. Because they do run out of date and don't work quite so good, so they tell me. But the sort of stuff that I do, it's never ever bothered me. So this is a little message for Clint at work. Yes, I'll do any job you want me to do. I'll drive anything, anywhere. It's got to be better than mixing sand and cement and a concrete mix by hand. Whew, I'm pooped. So we've loaded it high on that side. You can see with the plastic. So now we're going to try and fill the plastic from the bottom up. we'll get an old pokey stick thing and we'll put that in and we'll make it fit. Look at the pokey stick thing. We know the bottom is sorted. It's really good. I want a rat in and a pokey. We had a good face on the last one, didn't we? Just got to make sure it doesn't go behind again. Look, that's in that corner. We'll just have a bit in the bottom. Again, we'll load up that side. Not too heavy that we break the plastic underneath. That's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's going to be alright. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be alright. So as it turns out, I could have made twice as much mix. Because you're always worried about making too much and what you're going to do with it, aren't you? But anyway, we've done that. That'll do. See, it's because this board's here now, it's sealed that edge, that corner, so that's going to be all right. It might have a bit of ugliness, but at least we'll have something to work to when we cut out the plastic and plaster that up if we want to. We might end up just putting a board on it. Well, we'll see what it looks like. Anyway, we've got the pokey thing and we've pokeyed it. Hold on. Yeah, we've got the pokey thing and we've given it a good poking and a good bigger bashing. Get it all in there, sort of level. We'll put a couple of nails in it now, won't we? And I think we'll just let it settle. We'll let it just settle there now. Let it find its way. Leave it there a couple of days. And, you know, it's one step closer, you know. I did think we were going to do it in 3, but I would have done it to the top. I would have done it to the top, but we haven't made enough mix and I ain't going to make another one. So, not today anyway. I'm just wondering, shall we put another fixing? Mind you, we'll use these same boards, won't we? We'll leave this in place, I think, next time. So it releases the pressure, because it's probably from about there anyway. That one came up to about here, didn't it? And this one's come up to about there. So we'll leave this in place. Wait for that to dry. And then we'll put another load in before we release this lot, because it'll all come loose. Yeah, and we haven't got to this bit yet. Might even get a thinner piece of wood and just slide it down there maybe. Anyway, we're do you know when you've got a job to do and it's not really pressing, but you know it's going to take a while to do it? So we've done a little bit, haven't we? So every little bit we do is that little bit closer. So we'll get a couple of 6-inch nails and we'll stick them in here now, like we did with the bottom of the other one. And the next step will be finally up to the top here. Yeah, so quite pleased with that little job. Another little job done. So I got new galvanized that we used before, but I mean these will do just the same. You know, put some upwards, put some downwards, just sort of poke them in there. That'll give you some sort of a grip. It doesn't really matter how they go in, straight up. It don't matter, because it'll all end up going rock hard, won't it? Yeah. So put that there. Look, that water's made it a bit soft on top, but it'll all evaporate away. It'll be fine. Yeah, right. So we'll put them in there like that. Look. So we've got some sort of a grip to the next level up, but it could be anything, any bits of metal, bits of steel, I mean old spanners, whatever you wanted to put in there, just to make that bit of a connection, you know. So anyway, let's wait for that to dry now. Probably take 2 or 3 days. I've shoved a bit too much water in there. But the good news is it's holding out. Look, it's not oozing down the side here. it's not oozing, escaping down the side there, and there's a little bit coming out of there, just a little bit, small amount, which is nothing really. Yeah, just a little bit coming out of here, but that's no big shake. Yeah. So before I started on the road, before I started muck shifting, I hadn't been married very long. We've been married this year. I've been married 40 years. Hadn't been married very long. I was a labourer up in Llynbrennig in Cerrig-y-Drudion, around that way. There was a waterworks up there, and also Conwy Crossing. I was a labourer on Conwy Crossing. Well, I can't remember what came first. I think I was on the Moxies in Llanfyfechan. That was my first experience of trucks, equipment and all that sort of a thing. I had my car license, but yeah, then I was a wood butcher. I mean, a joiner, construction joiner, a wood butcher. So that's why I'm enjoying doing this. Reminding me, come on, let's go and find the old pay slips. And let's go and see how much an hour I was on and what year it was. Oh, I'm going to look now. So, I know they're here somewhere. Well, look at this for a little box of secrets. It no longer does its job, but this box is here. And look. It was a radio at one time. And just so, well, how do things last? How do things not get thrown away? How do you keep things? How do things survive? Well, they survive in things like this, like old insurances and old school report. For Sean, a Scoblin Revile. Look, that's my old school report. Let's have a look. That's an Isle of Man. That's my reference. So being a chauffeur. To whom it may concern, yeah. Not David Bellamy, as in David Bellamy, the furry chin bloke, naturalist, another David Bellamy. That's another story. Yeah, I have great pleasure in recommending Reg any driving position whatsoever. Yeah, and you've still got to do an assessment, and you've still got a CPC. That's what annoys me. What year is that? What year is that? 1980. And they want you to do assessments. Yeah, you can put it in your pipe and smoke it. They want you to do a CPC course. You sit there and listen to a whole load of twaddle. What the hell are they going to teach me here? Anyway, that's another story. Come on, keep searching. We found the file. 1988 to 1989. Well, I was thinking £3.50. I was wrong. Basic pay, 40 hours, £2.70 an hour. And overtime at £3.75 an hour. What year was that? What year was that? Come on. There's got to be a year in here somewhere. What year is that? That's Robin Jones and Sons, that is. Yeah. Robin Jones, date. Amount, rate, hour. Oh yeah, date. So, the 5th of the 5th, 1988, I was earning £2.70, and that was good money then. That was a working man's wage. £2.70 an hour. And if I did overtime, which is probably a Saturday, would be £3.75. Yeah. Blimey. See, Lammertown. This is working in Llynbrennig, this is. Yeah. And I was a joiner's labourer here. 88, 11th 88, look. I'm on £5.50 an hour. So, yeah, that's why I left the trucks and came to work here. Better money. Wow. Yeah, I brought home. What did I bring home? Hold on. Is that totals? Oh yeah, total. Hold on, let's what do we do here? £5.50, look. I've done overtime rate. Is that a Saturday and a Sunday? 49 hours. Hold on, let's see if we did a Saturday or a Sunday in there somewhere. Hold on a minute. Reg Fern, Arfern, November 88. I was on the grand sum of £5.50. Ooh. But I would have had to have travelled, for that I was travelling from, would have been Roscadvan then, which is sort of Carnarvon, to Llynbrennig, which is over the Llanberis Pass, down past through Begelert that way. Was it Begelert? Down the A5, I think, somewhere? Anyway, Llynbrennig, yeah, it was a good hour and a half travelling every day. There, an hour and a half back to do that. That's why I was chasing the money. I would have had a mortgage. At that time, 88, I would have had a mortgage to pay. So here we are. We are in, this is Peter Stevens, Silloth. I'm working away from home. Have we got a date? Pay date, 91, yeah. So in 91, I'm banging in the hours. Basic pay for 39 hours. Then we've got overtime, which would have been a Saturday or a Sunday. So we've got the overtime there. Overtime 2 is the same, Saturday, Sunday, same money. Your machine bonus, yeah, for every hour the machine worked, you got a £1 machine bonus. And then greasing time, you got 27 hours for greasing your machine. You meant to grease it before you start shift or when you finish your shift. The only time you greased it is when it broke down. You greased it before the fitter turned up. And then look at this, boys. Look at this. £100 lodging allowance, night out money. That hasn't changed. And this is in, what year did we say? 91. 1991. Night out money, which is tax free, was £100 then, and it's not much more now. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy that night out money hasn't changed. Yeah. And lodge 2. That would have been, that's probably 5 days, £20, and then the weekend covered for the weekend because I've worked over. Yeah, so you get paid an extra night. Yeah, but the night out money hasn't changed in, well, we can say 91. What's that? 91, 2000, in 30 years. Wow. Crazy, boys, crazy. So here we are before the trucks. John Lang, this was EPL Elstree plant. I haven't seen it. Heavy plant operator. Here we are now. What are we doing? 80 hours. The rate was 280, but there'll be a load of bonuses in here now. Hold on. No travelling allowance, overtime, basic 39 hours. 13 hour, that's probably a Saturday and a Sunday. Bonus, and there should be greasing time in here somewhere, because you were paid loads of different things. I'm just trying to figure out where we were paid. Let me see, find another one. There should be lodging allowance, 84 quid, look. Then the bonus, the bonus is 119 quid, but the basic pay was only, where did we see it? The basic pay was, what was the rate? The rate was really poor, but you made it all up in, obviously, the hours. 80 hours there, look. So that's the Saturday and the Sunday, I'd say. But let me see, hold on. Let me see if we can find some more bonuses somewhere. What year was this? This was the 6th of the 6th, 89, look. Wow, it's funny looking back, isn't it? I love looking back. I absolutely love looking back on these things. I don't remember where this is, but look. Basic 40 hours was £2.60 an hour. Yeah. And then overtime 27 hours, that went up to £3.90. Yeah. Travel and maintenance time, that'd be greasing time, I'm guessing. So I've worked the Sunday time, so Sunday time was £5.20. Ooh, lovely, Sunday time. Machine rate would have probably been the machine bonus. Signed bonus, that's if you were bonused, if the site give you any bonus. Lodging rate. I don't know why that lodging rate is there. And what it is. I don't know how many nights, how many days did I do? 40, 50, looked like 7 days there, look. But I can't figure it out. We've got a date. We've got a date? Yeah, 1990. 25th of the 5th, 1990. Reginald James Fern. Oh, I can spend all day looking at these things. Amazing. Look at this. Preparing for information for the records supplied by us for a statement against commissions and Wallace Cameron, Glasgow, yeah, Limited, 1984. What a lovely 15% income to VAT then. No, isn't that a nice accounting bill? Wouldn't it be nice to go back to that much? That's the accounting bill. That would be nice, wouldn't it? 86 quid accounting bill for the year. So, okay, we're back on the screwdriver. For now, I'm just going to tack it, and then I'll show you. I've come up with a plan for this. Well, I think so. I've changed my mind. Sometimes it's worth leaving a thing, walking away and coming back to it. But for now, let's just shut that crack up and just tack the end here for now. So that's why we wanted the nut in there, because we want to centre this shaft, don't we? And we've got to put an end to it. So this will come down here. We'll weld the head now, but there is a slight unevenness to it. Now we can either bash it, or we can just take a bit of material off the high side and just sort of level that up so it touches all the way around. So I'm going to weld this onto here now. This will be the handle, and then I've got a plan for all the rest of that now, because it's about building it up and knocking it all down again, isn't it? So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be building it all up and grinding it all back to the shape we want it to be. Yeah, so let's do a bit of this first. What we're doing, we're just playing with it. We're just tightening it now, slacken it, tighten it, slacken it, tighten it, slacken it, until I'm happy to where it's landed. You know, when you squeeze it, go, oh no, it slipped to one side. All right, again, and keep doing it, and you'll keep playing with it, and then all of a sudden it will be where you want it to be, and you'll say, oh, hold it there, right, tighten it up there. So we've got it tight in the vise. We've got this where we want it to be, which is sort of feeling even and the same all the way around, not too much on one side. So now we can get in there, whop a weld on it, hold it in place, and then carry on. I know you don't believe me, but we're building it up. There's the crack welded. We're building it up so that we can knock it all back down again. And I haven't even straightened the shaft yet. I haven't touched the shaft, I've only just done the top. So there's the top, there's the bottom. Ooh, it's hot. We just need to get that heat out of it so that we can scrub it and clean it and see where we look at. What we're looking like. Yeah. Oh, you know the score now, don't you? Well, that we need to come back to that. That's okay. We need to come back to that one, and eventually you'll find yourself in a position. You'll find yourself in a position with a bit of flap disking, a bit of grinding, a bit of polishing, blah blah blah. I've got a long way to go, but it's going to look like this when it's finished. Sort of take them pecs out, get the flap disc out on there, get the fibre wheel, polish that all up. It's going to look as one. Yeah. So we start with that, don't we? An unholy mess. So obviously we've had a good burn here, and that's going to be great. Good burn there, that's going to work out okay. So this top will look as one when I've finished it. Well, that's the plan anyway, that's the Reggie plan. It's the same here now. We'll do the same with this. And we'll grind this off wherever we've missed, wherever there's a hole, wherever we got to make up. We've burned through there, haven't we? So we've got to make that up and grind it back, make it all nice and smooth. Yeah. We haven't centered the shaft yet. This is pretty center. I think it's landed quite okay, you know. I think it's landed okay, but let's and we're going to be able to keep our broad arrow, aren't we? So it's going to look quite nice, and this is what it's going to be. But I have got a plan for these. Now I was going to just weld around the outside and make it, but it tends to have a little hole in the middle then, doesn't it? And then you go to fix that and it burns through. So I've got a plan for them, but you're gonna have to wait till the next time for that, because this is the end of this video today. This is the end of the Wednesday mosh about, mixed up mosh about. Yeah. So yeah, we're on track, we're working on it. I'm tempted. Now, John says cut it and grind it and smooth it. I'm tempted to warm it to red hot and smack it, make the end flay out a bit, and then put an end on it. But would that be, John, would that be cheating if I heated this up now till it was red raw, and then used the anvil and bashed it, used the anvil there and bashed it till it came out to like a flat bit, and then ground it and turned it into a screwdriver? But I mean, see, this is going to be a screwdriver come chisel, because you're going to be able to bash it from here all the way through, aren't you? Come the thickness of the thing, it's as thick as your little finger, innit? You're going to be able to do a bit of hoofing and bending and, you know, levering with it. So it's going to be a pretty substantial thing, and it's going to look sort of, you know, we're working on it. I thought I'd just do that for now. Take all the scratches, polish that all out. It needs fibre wheeling, and then it needs, no, that's just the grinder and the belt. So it needs flap disking, get rid of these marks, and then it needs fibre wheeling then, doesn't it? And then it needs then sort of maybe put a bit of polish if we can on it. So that's the plan. You've got the plan now, haven't you? Yeah. But next film I'll do that, and we'll be able to keep the broad arrow. Fantastic. John, you give us some fantastic challenges, don't you?
That's it. Finally, it's it now, and this is a road that we got to come back down to get out. So just wait for this car to come down, because there are very many passing places to come out on it. I just put my seatbelt on, and then we go for it now. But not the best of places to meet another car or a vehicle coming this way. So this is a road now for about a mile, 3/4 of a mile of it. So happy days. As you can see in the mirror there isn't much room, but then if someone comes towards us, we're fucked. So, but this is one for Reggie on the road. I know he loves these videos and places that we go to. But like you say, Reggie on the road, this is one for you as well, mate. Lovely place. There's very few and far little passing places, so if I'd have come up here when that car was coming down, the car wouldn't really get in there because of the size of us.
After 400 yards, go straight on, then at the end of the road,
this is
turn right.
little places that you go to that are stuck out in the middle of nowhere, and they always get planning permission. Unreal, you see, you know what I mean? Lovely, all things around. And look, in the countryside, in between Lichfield and Tamworth. Look, see, the roads are a little bit better than what we got our main roads on. But another little speed bump to contend with. Oh. But happy days. But yeah, if you look in the mirror the other side, there isn't much room for the size of the vehicle. Another little passing place. And then at the top here, by the gate up here, it gets a little bit wider. So then you go back onto a main road, which is over the other side there by that building in the distance that we're heading, and then head through the village and hope for the best. And like the car just got over the bridge there by the looks. But like when you come to like the place here now, you come through these gates here, you think it's a point of no return. And you think, boy God. But see, there's a bridge we have to go over. It's up there. But, and there's a train, look. Woo! Chugga 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 chugga.
Go straight on, then at the end of the road, turn right.
And then like you say, it's a road, it's unreal.